What's up guys, Flickby here with episode 85 of my York City career mode, and today I have 3 matches for you and we do simulate one of them, and that first match that we simulate is going to be against Norwich because, as I promised, I was going to simulate some matches that I think we had a good chance at winning, and I think Norwich sitting 19th place in the league was a pretty decent opportunity for us to win, so I decided to simulate this one. But before we get into that, Mirlos comes to me and tells me he wants to start the game, and I am fine with that, guys. Lucas has been out of form lately, so I decided to just swap them, put Mirlos at the left wing position, and that gives us a pretty strong front three. But it was Rojas who actually got the first goal and the second goal, in fact, for us, gives a 2-goal lead, and later in the game, Dos Santos comes in and seals the deal, gives us a 3-0 victory. And right here was kind of an interesting thing. I've never seen this before in all of my matches that I played in career mode, and I think it's because I simulated, but basically there was a little speculation of one of Rojas's goals, and I just thought it was interesting, thought I'd throw it in, and if you guys know why that is, I'm sure it's because of the simulation, but if you guys know why it is, let me know in the comments below, and maybe explain things a little bit for me. But anyways, we got the victory there, and that's all that matters. I don't care if there was a little speculation. Referees make mistakes sometimes, and you know, you just got to deal with it. But before we go into the game here in the Champions Cup, I'm going to be showing you guys the group tables, and our group as well as all the other groups, and there's some decent groups out there, you know, the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Leverkusen, AC Milan, all those teams are here in the Champions Cup. Basically the Champions League. I don't know why they call it the Champions Cup, maybe because of, I don't know, issues. But yeah, there's some decent teams. Inter and Dortmund are in the same group, as well as Bayern, Spurs, Barcelona, and PSG. I think that might be the strongest group right there, as well as Manchester City. They look to be having an easy way in their group. But yeah, let's go into the match. We don't care too much about the other groups yet because we just have to focus on our own group and go ahead and win that, or at least get in the top 2. I'm looking to win it though, to be honest, guys. I'm always looking to win games, and if we get the top of the group, that'd be awesome to see because I think we would play an easier team then, or at least in the points wise. But there you can see we are actually sitting top of the table right now with the 4-goal differential, and that was because we completely thrashed that one team. But it was a tough match here against Bayern Leverkusen, and I don't know if I mentioned it yet, guys, but Bundesliga teams are a lot different than BPL teams. They're a lot taller, they're a lot stronger, and they're just different teams. They go for a lot of aerial threats, and Leverkusen is a pretty decent team. They have the likes of Andre Schürrle, Stefan Kiesling, and by now they've progressed and they're really at their prime. But it was Benzia who tried to get ourselves a goal here. He does a couple nice skill moves, tries to get inside, and he really should have done better with this shot, but Leno makes a nice save and kind of guessed where he was going to keep the game at 0-0. But it was Guilherme who's going to release Andre Schürrle, the guy who I was talking about, and he's probably their best player, I would say. Unfortunately for him, he did not convert on that one, and our defense still held strong. Ivan cleared that one out, and luckily Hewitt was able to pick it up for it, went out for a throw-in, and we go into halftime scoreless 0-0. So it was an exciting first half, but no goals to score for it. And here it's going to be Akisi, our main striker, who tries to send in a ball, but it was a Berget who did try to get a shot on target, but Leverkusen's defense held strong. Berget with a shot tapped by Leno and goes off the post. Really unlucky there not to pick up a goal. And we're just going to continue from here, guys, trying to get a goal. And it was Benzia who got through right here. He's going to see Rojas on the opposite side, squares it across, and Rojas is going to finish that as he's falling down. Had to go with the cross there, guys, just so I could make sure I get a goal, because they were a tough match, and I didn't want to be getting any draw. I want to get the most points possible, and I don't want to get kicked out early. And here, Zibaka, who I did sub in, finds Benzia. Benzia is going to play it across to Lucas, through on goal, no defenders near him, and he is going to try to get near post on the keeper. But I don't know what to say, guys. You know, he's just, I feel really bad for the guy because he really I feel like he wants to get a goal, but he just doesn't seem to have the chance. You know, he hits the crossbar, unlucky stuff like that. And I think with time, maybe he'll go ahead and get himself a goal. But we do get the victory there, 1-0. Good thing I did play it across there just to ensure to get the victory, and we're going to pick up 3 points against Bayern Leverkusen. And there you can see, now the press is talking about that's not good for a young player. He has to focus on his own game. Hopefully he didn't see that in the paper, and he can hopefully improve from here. But we do have one more match here in the episode against Newcastle United, who surprisingly are sitting at 5th place in the league. I was kind of surprised they're doing that well. But if you think about it, they do have some decent players, a lot of French players, as you guys might know. As I'm recording this right now, it is just basically the end of the transfer deadline in real life, so a couple deals are going on. You know, obviously Gareth Bale to Real Madrid, that's a pretty big deal. Here I'm going to show you guys a squad report, and I'm going to be trying to do these at the start of every month. Hopefully I stay with that. If I do forget one time, be sure to let me know in the comments so I can show you guys. But some decent progression from some players. Dos Santos, Benzia, you know, every player that you would expect that's performing well is basically progressing well. Even some of our players on loan. I think we have Balanta on loan right now, and he's doing all right, so that's good to see. And I'm pretty happy with how the team's going. So yeah, we're going to go here into the match, first match of October against Newcastle United. But before we get into that, some unfortunate events not so much the youth academy, but the other email. It was a training injury, and it was a Kesey. He's going to be out for about 8 weeks. 8 months, that would be horrible. But 8 weeks, still, that's pretty bad. And since we just signed him, so it was really unfortunate, and he is our free kick taker and all that stuff. So we're going to put Dos Santos in. He's still a decent player, but now we don't really have a free kick specialist and all that stuff. So hopefully we can get through those 8 weeks, maybe still be at the top of the league table, and just keep on moving on from here. You know, you got to have players that step up, and hopefully Dos Santos is able to do that for us. But anyways, we finally go into the match on a rainy day against Newcastle United, still sitting at the top of the league table. We haven't lost yet, so hopefully we can keep that going here. And they're going to start things off really well. Ferguson's going to play the ball on the wing, try to find, I think that was Nelson Olivier, who's tied with Benzia for the leading goal scorer. But it was Forster who tries to throw this one out. Newcastle picks it up. It was Kabaya, and Nelson Oliveira is going to play it to Ben Arfa. Ben Arfa is going to be looking on the outside. It's going to fall to Gosling. Gosling's going to find Ferguson, and he is going to slot that one away. A little unfortunate turn of events off the bit of a mistake from Forster, but obviously that was my mistake, not really his fault. And unfortunately, it's going to continue with the French players. Debuchy to Ben Arfa. Really unlucky there to concede, but it was a bit of a French link up, and Ben Arfa was able to make it 2-0 before halftime for Newcastle. Good for them, bad for us, and we can hopefully go into the next half, try to find a little momentum, and maybe pull ourselves a draw at the worst. But here on the corner kick, Debuchy is going to find Rojas. Rojas is going to find Benzia. Benzia is going to convert. And at this point, there was no time for celebration. He's going to pick the ball up really smoothly, and we were continuing to play. We had the momentum at this point in time, but here, our keeper's going to keep us in the game, to be honest. Gosling, I think he was trying to play it across, but look at that for a save from Forster, and luckily that did go out for a corner kick, and we kept the game at 2-1. Here in the 90th minute, though, we're going to have one last chance. It's going to find Isacek. Isacek's going to be dribbling the ball around, trying to find a player so I can hopefully get a turn. Ivan had an opportunity, and Benzia's going to pick it up. I thought this was going in, guys, but they do recover. And that is how the match is going to end, guys, with a 2-1 loss. That's our first loss, and actually the first game that we didn't win throughout this whole BPL season. But, you know, it's got to happen eventually. You know, we're not that good of a team, and we do lose our first match of the season there. It was an away match, and Newcastle's a decent team, to be honest, so it is fair enough there. But yeah, guys, that's going to bring an end to the episode. Hope you did enjoy it today. If you did, likes and comments are always appreciated, and if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do so. Anyways, this has been FlickFi. I'll talk to you guys again soon.